Right guys, as you can see, we are back at the incredible, oh, just listen to that thunder, the incredible Heskin Hall, which is a Tudor era, well, a hall, but at one time was somebody's humble abode. Now I've already been through and shot the video, and the lady who owns the place now, Lynn, who has let us have this little tour today and is honestly a hive of knowledge for local history, has told me a wonderful little story about this here tree, which is believed to be over or around about 900 years old. The old yew tree. And if you just look at its trunk, I think it's safe to say that is a strong possibility. But apparently they used to plant these trees at religious sites, Catholic sites, to ward off evil spirits. And this old place is associated with an awful lot of sinister and macabre history, believe it or not. It's now an antique centre. But yeah, we're going to take you inside, hopefully show you one or two little spots you don't normally get to see, including an incredible little spiral staircase. Wow, out back. So yeah, without further ado, let's take you for a little mooch through Heskin Hall. Alright guys, so as you can see, we are now inside, and we're actually in part of the building that was built later on when it became a wedding venue. This is like the cafe area, so what we're going to do is push in from here, work our way along the bottom floor, and hopefully show you a couple of the interesting bits and bats that are still knocking about from back in the day. So yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna have to torch it as well, guys, at some points, because it's quite dark in here compared to when we were here for the car meet. But if you look, these are actually original pieces. And as we're going through, bear in mind that this place is now an antique centre. So most of the stuff that you see with a tag on is for sale. Now apparently before they built this little wedding centre, this part of the building was actually exposed to the elements. This was actually an outdoor walkway. And all of this stone is original. I believe the house dates back to the 1500s, but the date on the actual outside of it is 16. I forget which side was the oldest side. What did she say, Rick?
It's the more modern side, the oldest side's to the right.
Right. So yeah, quite an incredible place, and the atmosphere in here. Once you've been stood in here and you've heard a few stories of Lynn, yeah, you do get the creepy vibe. So we'll tell you some of them as we go round. But if you look there, we've got one of those old school studded doors, and this is yeah, this was once the back door. Incredible. And just look at the wood up there. I mean, this is the type of wood that you can't even put a nail in, guys. It's aged that long, you know. It is very, very sturdy indeed. What I'll do is I'll show you some of the publicly accessible areas first. Like I said, this is used as a wedding venue, so if you look here, we've got a stunning little bar. My mate Rick, as you've probably seen in one of the earlier videos, he holds his car meet events here. So if you ever come down, you fancy a chin wag, I'll see you in here and you can buy me a swift one. Stunning. But you'll see as we venture further inside, you'll see a little bit more of that history coming through. Just look at that from the window. How grand is that? Incredible. Do you know, after seeing that, I fancy one now, Rick. Stunning. So yeah, what I'll do, I'll do one long walkthrough. We'll get some cinematics and we'll cut as we go, I think, mate. That's my mate Rick's missus' son Josh, in case you don't know. And here we have, what room was this, Rick, did she say? What does she call it? The living room. My lord. Just imagine kicking your feet up in here and banging Match It Day on. That is, and what was it? What did she say? This was like a second class kind of stately home.
Yeah.
Wow. So this was like this was like the council house back in the day. Is that what we're saying? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Incredible, man. But like I said, like this plate here, for example, you know, that's for sale. There's all bits and bats dotted about. But just stood in here now with the daylight cascading through that window, it is very grand indeed. I'll show you outside now. Just imagine pouring your cup of chai in the morning and coming standing at this window. Absolutely incredible. And the windows themselves, just look at that. There's no wooden frame in here, you know. This is crazy how warm it feels though, innit, as well in here. You know, you'd think it'd be freezing. Yeah. Incredible. I mean, if you look just close at the wood, guys, you know, this is, well, that's a bit of panelling, that, innit? But I'll show you one of the beams in a minute, and it is literally like stone. Lovely little chandelier. What we'll do, excuse me, is push round into the wedding room, I think, where people tie the knot. What is the name for this fireplace, Rick? I'm sure it begins with B. There's a particular name for it, and it's gone. But yeah, for those of you into the ghost stories, there is, well, there was once a priest hole here. It still exists between the walls, and we'll show you where that is in a minute. But apparently, Oliver Cromwell had a priest hung here, and you know, he was accused of, what was it, Rick? Catholicism. Yeah, apparently the priests were persecuted back in the day, and they built a little monk's hole here, which is essentially like a panic room for the monks back in the day. And apparently Oliver Cromwell ordered this priest to be hung, and also a little girl whose name has also slipped my mind. What were her name, Rick? Oh, come on, man. Matilda. So yeah, when you're walking around these hallways, sometimes you'll hear the faint murmurs of the old priest and a little girl. And Lynn, who we spoke to, has had she's heard numerous things over the years. One of the stories is there's a load of pictures at the top of these stairs, I'll show you in a minute, that were one day moved, and then the day after they were taken off the wall and piled up neatly at the top of the stairs. And as I'm walking through telling these stories, I'm feeling the creepiness now. Really am. But it really is quite an incredible place. And just imagine pitching up here, guys, and tying the knot in this kind of setting. Quite incredible, really. This right here is where you will destroy your life. Like saying I do. No, I'm only messing, but yeah, I think what I'll do here, guys, is transition to a photograph of what this room looks like when there is a wedding on, because it is quite the sight. In fact, what I'll do, I'll walk you to the front door and we'll give you the point of perspective of walking down the aisle. Incredible. Hopefully we'll be able to show you in that little secret staircase too. But yeah, you come in here, the wedding music will kick in, and down the aisle you'll walk with all your friends and family. Proper cool, man. So if you've ever had your wedding here, or you plan to, or you've got any creepy stories about the old place, give us a shout, man, because yeah, we'll build up a bit of history in the comments. Just look at that door. Certainly don't make them like they used to. Pretty cool, that, with a little transition to what ceremony's going on, you know. I want to show you something in here, guys. Something very, very cool indeed in a minute, which is embedded into the old banister. There's a few rooms that are private, we're not allowed into them ones because obviously there's still people living in certain quarters. But if you look here, embedded within the old, what do they call them, Rick? Spindles. You actually have a musket ball. Look at that. I mean, when would that have been fired? It's still there now. Unbelievable. We're talking the Civil War. Where's the other one, Rick? Can you see it? Is it embedded around there? I'll just show you there, guys. There it is in there. Look at that. So there's another one in there. And they've done metal detecting out in the grounds. A few of them have been found. I'll show you them in a second. But if you look up there on the wall, that is the type of weapon that it would have been fired from. And if you look there, that cross was also found just outside of the grounds, buried. So if you have any idea and you think that would have been from, give us a shout. I'll show you these musket balls now. If you look there, guys, these are some of the ammo found within the grounds from back in the day. And I tell you what, there's a fair weight to them, isn't there? Even the little ones. So you just imagine one of them being made of lead, penetrating your skin and shattering your femur or something. Oh my lord, there's going to be a fair bit of pain. Oh yeah, definitely, most definitely. Incredible. But if I just pan you up here, I've just looked up from this position now. Just look at that. That is what you call a landing. Absolutely incredible. I think the more you stand here and feel the silence of the place, the creepier it could become. You know, if you're thinking about the stories you've been told. I don't know if I'd feel it if I hadn't been told. Do you know what I mean? But a little bit of taxidermy. Now another place Lynn said we can have a look at is the old coach house, so I think we'll save that for the end. I'll show you through here. This is one of the main parts where they're selling the antiques and whatnot, you know. So if you just look up on the wall there, you can see we've got old pictures. Yeah, it is, yeah. We've got all the antiques, bits and bats, glassware. We've got books, everything. It's a bit of it's like a little mini bygone times, but in a Tudor house. If you just look there up at that beam, you can literally see the entire ceiling bowing. But if I show you here, this fire, what is the name of this one now? I know the name of it. But this fireplace is actually where the priest's hole was accessed from. So either here in this little alcove or this one is where you would have got into it. Now when we go upstairs in a minute, I'll show you. But within this wall here is where the priest would have hidden back in the day. Incredible. So if you fancy it, guys, you could come out here and just have a look round at the antiques, you know. It's open to the public. And obviously they have wedding receptions on and bits and bats like that, you know. Rick's car meet being another one of them. We've got an old school piano there. But if you look here, that's what I'm talking about. That is literally like stone, you know. Incredible. So I think we'll should we do the coach house bit now and then push upstairs?
Yeah.
Or, yeah?
Yeah, do that if you want.
So we'll push down now into the old coach house. Look at that. Wow. So this is part of the shop too. Unreal. You already nodding off, Josh? Yeah, I can imagine walking around here late at night though, me Bill. Definitely creepy vibes. Yeah, I won't show you too much of the antiques and that, guys. You can come down here and have a look yourself. We're kind of focusing on the history. Yeah, you can imagine coming down here and that's rocking on its own. That's where I quickly vacate the premises, you know. Put your torch on. I think it's better in a dimmer light. We get a bit more of a creepier vibe, you know. But yeah, I think this section's just used for storage now, really. But again, it's got them super low ceilings, and if you look there, those incredible looking windows. Is that just a
storage room?
Yeah, just another little storage room there, guys. So I think we'll push back through now, and well, we've got another little window down there. But pretty much, well, you can see other stuff for sale here too. But just so you get an idea of layout and these little tiny rooms, it's quite a maze really, isn't it, you know? I mean, what would these rooms have been used for back in day? Servants' quarters or what? You know, you don't know, do you? Quite incredible, but again...
Changed that much over the years, hasn't it?
I know. Oh wow, look at this one here, Rick. Yeah, if you look at that, guys, the ceiling's really low here. I don't know if this... Oh wow, look at that, yeah. So there's actually steps there going down to this lower level.
This used to be part of the antique centre years ago.
Unbelievable, it's all been panelled off now. But just look at that, you've still got them original windows there as well. So yeah, just storage now, but I wonder what this room was back in the day then. Do you reckon? Unreal. Yeah, so we'll push through now into the lobby and make our way upstairs. And if I can just show you out there, we'll head up to one of them floors. Cracking. Yeah, so as we push back through here, guys, if you look, there's a rather curious length to this wall, and where the kitchen was in there, this is in fact where the priest hole is hidden away. It's inaccessible anymore because it's been sealed off, but within this wall here is where the priest could have possibly hidden out back in the day. Now we've just been told off Lynn that the little girl that apparently frequents these hallways and the priest himself were actually hung within the house up on this floor. So we'll let you have a look and see what you think, where you think that would have been. If you look out there, you can see out into the stunning grounds. I mean, I can see someone stood out there in a wedding dress now, and it, you know, it's definitely, it's stunning. It is, isn't it? There's Josh. Look, it was slowly moving away now. And if you look up there, you can see those incredible leaded windows. I mean, they are. It's amazing to think that they're even still going in it, Rick, you know. You just look up there at the architecture. Incredible. I mean, the bricks themselves, look at them. What a place. And then you turn round here, you'll be stood here with your cup of tea at morning, what your servants just brought to you. And these are your surroundings. Incredible. If I just pan you down there, you get an idea of the moodiness. There's an eerie silence in here, really, isn't there? You know, being so far away from the road and whatnot. Quite incredible. But we'll push up now onto this floor. And pretty much anywhere that says private, we're not allowed in, because there are people obviously living in the premises and that, so we don't want to disturb anyone or anything like that, you know. But apparently it's one of these beams where the priest and little Matilda were hung from. And personally, I don't know why, but it just stands out to me, Rick. What do you reckon? That big one there, mate? Gotta be, hasn't it? So at one point in history, Oliver Cromwell had a priest and a little girl possibly hung from that very beam. Incredible. So we'll push to the very end room, and what we'll do is work our way back. If you look up there, you can see, which can't be helped in a gaff like this, but that is literally the only bit of damp I've seen in this entire place, you know. Just look at that. Oh wow, that is a stunning window, that is. Incredible. Have a little, I think this is like a little photo shoot room. I think they do photographs of your nipper in here and whatnot, you know. So if you just go onto the Heskin website, you'll see everything available, you know. They do some really cool stuff here. And I'm so thankful to Lynn for letting us have a little exclusive peek around, because she's actually come out here on a day off to let us in, so thank you very much for doing so. Incredible. I think we'll finish out in the gardens. I'll take you around gardens on we'll do like a little outro. Incredible gaff, mate, really is. So glad we've done it now. Yeah. You can see here on this outer wall where the wall's kind of coming away slightly and the damp's creeping in. There we go, another one of those stunning little windows. And like I say, guys, you can come out here and have a little mooch around this place. We've got the attic up there, but the door's a bit dodgy on it, so we're not going to bother with that. But yeah, what do you think, guys? What beam do you reckon it was? Crazy to think that there were quite literally, as horrible as it sounds, two corpses just strung up in this little corridor, you know. Shining vibes. Yeah, I hope you don't mind this little mooch as well, guys. Something a little bit different. We want to start branching out a bit and not just, I mean, you've got to imagine, guys, there's only so many pigeon shit infested abandonments that you can knock about in a lifetime, isn't they, Rick?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean, man?
These are the places people can visit to, aren't they?
Yeah, this is cool, this, man. I reckon a lot of people will come after seeing this video. Just like the bygone times one, really. I'll be honest, I think this place is better than bygone, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
just because of the heritage and the history, you know. But just look at that. You would have had your, what did they call them, the people who played music for you, a bard. You would have been sat in here with your bard there, playing a little tune, and yeah, getting your feet put up and one of your servants feeding you some grapes. I could just see the Gary there lay across there in his sarong, can't you? I'm sorry for putting that thought in your head, guys. I wonder where is there any bathrooms still in here then? Or have they been moved? Unless they're part of the section where people are actually living now, you know. Yeah, we're also going to show you into that little stairwell in a bit as well. Which nobody's seen really, to be honest. It's a no-go area. But wow. Just the ceilings themselves, you can see the house is kind of dipping in the entirety of it, you know. No, that's what I mean. It's slowly sinking in that, you know. Unreal. Ooh. Everywhere I go on an urban explore, there is always a creepy, creepy doll. And there is no exception in this one either. But if you look there, well, that's the American Civil War, but if you research the English Civil War, then no doubt you will end up finding this place mentioned. Apparently it was like a tax office back in the day, and a lot of people were killed either here or within the grounds. So yeah, there's a lot of macabre history to this old gaff. I think it was a Lord and Lady Longford or Lilford that owned this place until the 60s, and then around about the 90s it got turned into this antiques place. Once upon a time, there's a few stories from back in the day of people just vacating this place due to paranormal activities. I don't know, I don't feel anything creepy up here about me. I kind of feel it more on that bottom floor, if anything at all, you know.
It's very homely, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's, you know, because it's all been done up and that. I can imagine if it was a bit more sparse, then perhaps. But when you see like these little stairs here and this little dimly lit corner, you imagine this at 3 AM with all lights out and no daylight. Come on. Yeah, there's going to be a bit of the old penny to a pound going on there, isn't there? Just look at that for the window though again. Stunning. If we just take you over here, you can look out across these sprawling lawns. Incredible. If you go back to our Japanese car club video, you'll see those lawns buried in motors. Got a little library here, all books for sale, I suppose. Cool. Couple down there caught my eye. You've got history of railways. 25p, that would have been back in the day. Quality. Yeah, so we'll push through to this other section here, guys, and then we'll well, I don't know how I'm going to have edited this video, what bits we've shown first or whatever, so wherever we end up next after we transition is where we end up, pretty much. I always wing it, but hopefully I've kept your attention. If you look there, we've got the floor we've just come up, there's a landing. Really, really dark out there now. That's the top floor is where somebody's living at the minute, so we're not going to go up there, that's a private residence. But look at this. Oh wow, this has a really old vibe up here, doesn't it? Look at that. Are you sure that that's not the side of the house? What's the older side?
It is, yeah. This is part of the L, isn't it?
Wow, yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. So pretty much down here, guys, along this and around down there, you know, the bit I showed you what was kind of exposed and was once outside. It was in the shape of an L. So this is the much older side of the house. Incredible. If you look through here, you can definitely tell. Just look at that door frame, how it's sunk over years, man. Unbelievable. Mad that, innit? Yeah, I wonder what that is. Some kind of, what do you reckon that is, guys? It's all chiselled out, let me show you there. Would that have been some kind of mortise or something, like an old school? What do you reckon, Rick?
Well, it's a peg there too, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying. And you've got these little things here.
It looks like it would have been some kind of joist.
Yeah, yeah, definitely some kind of locking mechanism in it or something. Do you reckon? Yeah, I think so.
Well, if weighing up, the doors were nowhere near as tall as they are now, so maybe
yeah, I know.
the top of the door and they're taking it out. You know, so
yeah, God knows. If you know what that was, guys, give us a shout. Yeah, I think this scene has been slightly lowered at it as well at some point.
Possibly.
Yeah, I reckon it has. I think we've got like an old,
change over hundreds of years, isn't there?
just an old bit of storage there, an old cupboard, you know. But if you look here, oh wow, oh look at the floor in here, how it's dipping. The floor is literally bowing in this room, guys. But you just imagine coming in here and coming all the way up to this room and you hear them floorboards start creaking like that behind you. 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh wow, this is really old. I can tell how old this room is just by well, feeling that floor, you know. And if you look out back there, we're going to take you out there in a minute, because there is apparently a curious stone and nobody knows what it is. So hopefully you'll be able to give us a bit of an insight onto it, eh? I'll push back down now. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm stood up here taking some cinematics now on my own. I've come back up and there is I don't know, it's not a creepy, I don't know what the word for it is. It's, yeah, there is an aura, if you will. I've not really felt any ghosty paranormal vibes, to be honest, but now that I'm up here on my own, I've got that feeling in the back of my neck, you know. And then I look through there and that creepy doll sat on the desk staring at me, and that is the point that I am gonna vacate this upper floor. Alright guys, you might be able to hear someone in background, but we're actually in the spiral staircase now, which is well, part of the house that not a lot of people ever get to see. And to be honest, it isn't used really at all anymore. I mean, just look at that, you can tell by the flaking on there how old this is. We saw that torch out for you there, so flickering. I think we're gonna flicker anyway, but yeah. So let's have a little mooch up here. If I just show you that, there is the entrance point. And literally just standing in here, you can really feel the age of this place, you know. Just look at that, the old lighting there too. So we'll make our way up to the top. Let's get rid of that torch because it'll flicker. I think the natural light will be enough. But just look at those windows. Take you up close to these. Look at that. Incredible. These are the parts of these old stately homes that I really enjoy having a little mooch through, you know. Just look at that. Proper ancient history right here. What a building. Yeah, and I've just been told also that apparently these spiral staircases, guys, were always built to the right because most people back in the days of the Civil War and whatnot were right-handed. So in the case of needing to use your weapon, you'd be able to hold on with your left hand and fight with your right. I never knew that. That's pretty cool, man. If you look there now, we're at the top, but you can literally, it feels dead humid up here too, but you can literally feel the age of the building in this part, you know. Proper cool, man. So I'll take you back down now, so you can get a little perspective for descent. Really narrow steps as well, so you've got to watch yourself, and they're all different, they're all at different slopes, you know. So if you're pegging it down here fast, you're gonna end up breaking your neck. Just look at that though. Incredible. And those lights there, they just top it off. Right guys, so we're now out back of the old gaff. This section here is the old coach station. I'll show you here. The old coach house, sorry. If you look there, you can see an old door. And if you look over there, there's some different coloured bricks. So I'm not sure whether there was that's been added on or done up at some point there. But I reckon there was a door there at some point. But if you look up, you can actually see from here right up to that top floor, and that is where somebody's actually living. So unfortunately we couldn't get up there, but possibly in a future video. But I want to show you now just around these gardens, because there is a rather curious stone tablet at the end of it, and nobody actually knows what it is. So we'll push up here and I'll show you round the back of the building, and then we'll push out to that little tablet. just love the old signs they've put up. If you look over there in the corner, there's a little potting shed, all buried in bird feed and whatnot. If you look there, you can just tell by these bricks the age of the place, you know. And if we pan you up there, you can see the outside. They're all stunning stone windows. You can just imagine the presence is peering down at you, you know. Over there we've got the cafe, and here we have the main back area of the main hall. Just look at that. If you look there, you can see all the ivy there climbing up the chimney. Incredible. And if you look there, that is the outside of the old spiral staircase that we had a peek up. And we couldn't show you it from the inside because it's in a private area, so we couldn't show you how you get in, but from out here you can see the old door there. Just look at that, man. Incredible. And if you look right up top, it almost looks like a castle turret. What a place. Really is. But I'll just show you. Lovely leaded windows again, but here is where you will, there's your main entrance. As you can see, free entry, so just look on website and you'll see when they're open. Martin Philipstein, licensed to sell all intoxicating liquor. So next time you're down here at one of Rick's events, you can come and buy me some of that intoxicating liquor, if you so please. Now what we'll do now, I'll take you on a little walk just around these gardens, and like I said, we will finish up on that stone and see if any of you guys have any idea whatsoever what it is. Like we said at the beginning, the yew tree out front, you know, they used them trees. They were planted to ward off evil spirits and whatnot. And Lynn told us they were always planted around places of, you know, like religious sites, Catholic sites and whatnot. So hence the reason it's planted there. And with that cross being found inside, you know, on the site, what we saw on the wall, I'm wondering if this stone tablet has something to do with that, or religion, you know. There's many theories as to what it is, but nobody knows for certain. You just look at this floor. This is literally, what do they call this? It's not York, is it, Rick? What do they call this? I mean, if they had such a title back then, it's definitely crazy paving, isn't it? Wow. Unbelievable. But this definitely dates back way back into 1600s. And like I said, the house itself was 1500 and something. I'm not too sure precisely, but you can get the info up on the website and on Wikipedia and whatnot. And the date on the house is 1600s, 1650 something, but it actually dates back even further. Quite incredible. Now, I think this here is just the top end of the car park, but what a quaint little spot it is. Literally, you can't hear any cars, no roads, and all you can hear is the birds. Just round this corner here is a little stone that we're going to finish on, and you can let us know what you think. Yeah, so if you look there, You can just see the scale of this place. It's quite something to behold. If I just focus you on the house itself, just look at that. Mint. But yeah, this is where, I don't know if you saw the car meet video, but this was all lined up with Japanese motors a couple of weeks back. And if we show you just here, we've got that curious stone. It's a couple of... Oh, they're new at them, aren't they? You can tell, can't you, really? Oh, wow, yeah, it does look that way, doesn't it? Yeah, there's like a big... I don't know what that hook is on top of that. But if you look here, guys, this is the stone I was talking about. So if you look, you can see there are 2 indentations either side, and this curious looking cross in the centre. So if any of you know what that is, give us a shout, man. I have no idea. Mint. Done. Yeah, last little bit now and we're done. I'll give you one little shot here, what I've not shown you guys. With the exterior. Just look at that, man. So you can see all the little nooks and crannies we went into, and as I pan up, the thunder just kicks in as I'm looking up. Look at that. After we've just showed you the sinister history of this old building, we get a little blast of thunder. That is proper cool, man. It's what you call an ending, that, isn't it, Rick? Just look at that there, as a storm is heading in. Yeah, I'm proper glad I came and did this place now, guys. Yeah, pretty cool. I think we'll give you one last shot of the old tree. Wow, that apparently wards off evil spirits, Rick, as the thunder is looming over. Incredible. So I think we'll finish where we started, on a final shot of the stunning Heskin Hall. So nice one for watching, guys, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Take it easy, man.